Hey guys, welcome back to the Cosmo Confessional. I wanted to show you guys a video on how I do highlights and lowlights at the same time, and then at the end of the video I am going to show you how I cut her hair. So right now I'm just sectioning her hair. I like to do the same sectioning typically when I go in and do color. I take the mohawk section and I include the part where they part their hair on, and I put that all into one section. You want to make sure that your mohawk section is not too thick. You want to be able to have foils going in there really uniformly. So I've sectioned the mohawk and then both side sections to right behind the ear, and I start in the back of the head as you see right here. I take my first section, and typically if they have blonde hair, I like to put blonde right in this section. So you're just going to see me go through the back of her head right here, and I'm going to alternate my foils back and forth. So blonde, and then I'll make sure and touch up her new growth with the base color that she likes. So if you're interested in seeing how this turns out, then keep watching. Right here, the section is too big to actually put just one foil, so make sure and separate that section into two and put one of the foils onto the right side and then another foil onto the left. Okay guys, so now I'm going on to the side sections, and you want to make sure and get really close to the front of their hairline. But when I'm doing blonde like that, I don't take the very first section right there typically and put lightener on it until the very end. But as far as her hair went, I wanted a low light right there, so I ended up taking a section right behind it. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Whether I'm cutting wet or dry hair, you always want your client to bend their head forward. It just is, it lets you be able to pull on their hair just a little bit tighter. When they're sitting straight up, you're going with the round of the head, and you don't really want that to happen. You want it to come straight down. So just ask them to bend their head forward. They don't ever mind. Okay, so here I am taking a section and I'm point cutting. You'll notice that I point cut throughout almost the entire haircut. I'm pretty sure I do point cut the entire haircut. And I do that in most of my haircuts because when you're cutting a straight line, you're going to have to go back in and soften that line up anyway. So I just go ahead and point cut. You could take the section in your hand like I'm doing right there if you wanted to, and you could actually pinch the hair and spread it with your knuckles into a fan effect, and then just go ahead and point cut into it, and it will give you a blended look. I always like to do cutting when the hair is dry. So if I do a haircut and it's wet, I always am going to dry the client's hair and go back in when it's dry and finish cutting, because you cannot tell if the client's hair is blended when it's wet. So always make sure to do that. Here you see that she turns her head to the left and then again to the right in just a minute. Just ask them to turn and it'll give you a better visual on what you're trying to cut rather than going around the shoulder right there. It's an awkward space. So when they turn their head, it just helps you get the cut that you need to get. So we decided to do kind of an asymmetrical cut. We wanted to give her a little bit longer length on one side than the other. We didn't want it to be too drastic, but we did want to see a little bit. So I have her completely tilt her head to the right side, and it just allows me to get up close to her neck. So just ask them to tilt their head, and then don't forget you're gonna bring that hair all to one place. So right in that back left corner, I'm bringing the hair from the front back to that place. You don't want to have a moving guide in that situation. You want it to be stationary. So you're gonna see me spray her hair right here with Kenra texture spray. This stuff has literally changed lives, people. I'm not kidding. It's like gold in a can. It's really, really a good product. Basically, it's a texture spray, so it is going to group the hair together. It's going to give you texture in your hair. So you can use as much as you want, spray it through, and then at the end I'll spray it with some hairspray, but this stuff is pretty amazing. Okay, and this is the finished look right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.